it is today, early in the morning. Well, when the sun comes up, I'll be going down to get my vaccine shot. So I really don't know how this is going to play out for me. Like some people say they got headaches and diarrhea and whatever they went through. Some people didn't feel anything at all. So hopefully I'm one of those. So, and right now I need to get this done right now, get the screen painted, get the first test demonstration up for the next lineup. So sometimes I got to be really careful on camera about saying this is the end of something when I don't know what God's plans are going to be or what he's going to have for us. So sometimes I have to learn to shut my mouth and sometimes just listen to what he's telling me. I sometimes get a little overexcited on camera too with the stuff we're developing and making. But anyway, so this is what we're going to do. I'm in the process of actually starting another company, but I don't want to have anything to do with screen paints at all. I want it to have something to do with just basically physical projection screens or some wallpaper screens. Maybe hopefully one day a motorized projection screen, who knows. We are going to be upgrading the technology we have on our site, which is the Nova 17s, and they will be upgraded to the new technology under Phoenix. So Phoenix is going to become the new technology above 19s. 19s will no longer exist, and the new Phoenix will take over. As I said before, when it comes to technology, basically, it's all about constant changing, always making things better, and that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be able to keep practicing, keep perfecting your craft. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be transferring the Phoenix. It's going to be Phoenix 19. There's going to be no Nova attached to it. It will be a part of Crystal Edge technology for right now. Like I said, for right now, it's not included with the company once it is purchased. That's only with Novas. That's it. So the Nova lineup is pretty much going to be for those particular individuals, but we still will be holding on to the Phoenix. All right. Now, as I said before, the other company I want to design, I want that strictly physical screens only. That's what we want. So what we have here is we have another screen paint. This one right here is going to be a gray version, dark slate version of, it's going to be the actually upgrade version of gunmetal. The Black Phoenix, which we have, which produces that amazing white level, is going to be the upgrade of a Nova 17. As I told you before, when people are saying, oh, he's constantly changing on his products, you have to upgrade your technology. And if you look at some of these companies out here, they're constantly, and I watch them, they're constantly upgrading to new technology. I just saw some technology, some demonstration by Screen Innovation where they got a screen that looks like it's white, but it turns black. And I'm like, whoa. So they're always constantly upgrading. So in order for me to be able to be in that same field or be close to that same field, I got to keep upgrading my technology. So we got something new here today, and this is going to be the replacement of gunmetal. So we're actually going and we're constantly upgrading to do better. This is a whole different form of design. Remember where the Black Phoenix were able to pull extremely high white levels? Whew, this stuff is going to be a bit insane. So this has to be painted tonight. I know it's late, but it has to be painted tonight. Like I said, early in the morning. I'm getting vaccine shots today. I don't know how my body's going to react to it. I don't know if I'm going to be to work that day. I'm going to be shut down that day. So I need to get this done, get this taken care of, get the screen painted. I already pulled up the 106 inch or whatever screen downstairs in the basement. Those are our test screens to begin. And hopefully tomorrow I'm one of the ones that didn't feel anything, but chances are I'm probably going to get something out of it. So like I said, I want to get this painted, get this done, get this all logged in so we can get all this ready to get tested. And then we can begin. We already filed for both. We filed for both of them. So that means within about, how many days they said it would take to rush it? It's like 8 or 9 days we had to pay for the rush for the paperwork in order to get all that locked in. So that's what the Phoenixes are going to come in, and they're going to replace all 17s. They are going to even have a new gamer version of this too. all being designed. So like I said, I only want to do 3. I do not want to overcrowd the site. This is the biggest mistakes I made, basically putting too much paint out there, and the customers can't figure out exactly which one to choose. So we have to keep this simple. That's what we have to keep it simple. As I said, the new company, we only want to do with physical screens only. I do not want paints on a new company. I want physical projection screens only. That's what we want. We want something where a customer can come into a showroom. They can look at a screen that they want. They can go to a kiosk and pick out whatever design they want. We can customize the screen for them. That'll go to the warehouse facility. Warehouse will design it there, and they will ship it out from there. That's how I want to do it with the physical screens. I want to run it like that way. With this one, we're going to do this with the paints. All right, so let's get started because I need to get this done. We have around, what time we got? 3. I'm up at 3:46 right now. And my driver's going to be here probably around 7 or 8. About 8 o'clock she's going to be here. So I have to be dressed, washed, out the door, get my shots, come back in. Hopefully everything works out. I'm going to be good. But I'm just worrying about if I'm going to be tired or whatever that day, or what I'm going to have to go through. So I'm not going to be able to do this. I know that. So let's get this done. All right, let me go get my stand, which I think, I brought it downstairs. And we can get this thing painted in and get it done. So I want to go with, we already had the replacement for Nova, the Nova 17. Which this is the Phoenix. This is the ones you see in the demonstrations. That's the black Phoenix right there. The one you see me doing the last couple of demonstrations. That's the black Phoenix. I don't understand how this screen is heavy. I don't know what to drag up the stairs. This is where all this got torn up, dragging up the stairs. Where my 100-inch Elite screen in there is light. It took me no time to bring it up the stairs, no time at all. So I need to buy another one of those. Because that's lightweight. I couldn't imagine dragging that thing up and down the stairs every time I have to do a demonstration. All right, so let's get set up and then get this done. So like I said, there's going to be a lot of changes. I'm going to be coming back in and explain everything on why we're doing it this way. It's just, I don't want screen paints on the other company. I want physical screens only. And it's easier to process because you have to understand, when you get to a point where you start processing on a company level, you got to bring in machinery. The machinery has to fill the containers, have to put labels on them. It's a lot of work. And then on top of that, you have to have some building codes. Basically, if you're operating formulas in there, it's a whole lot of stuff you have to file for, like a different industrial licenses and stuff like that. But we want something that we bring in, have the screen surface coated, and then we could ship it off. Much easier to do. So I do want to work with physical screens. Like I said, one day, hopefully, to get up my own motorized projection screen, but that's a lot of work because if you ever looked at a mechanical patent, it's a nightmare. So, hopefully one day. It's interesting. I talked about retirement so many times, but man, it's just, I love what I do for a living. I do. I love what I do for a living. And I can't shake it. I love what I do for a living. I love getting up in the morning. I like to work. I like to look at how the screen reacts to different projectors, the testing. I love all that. Looks like Mr. Bird will get a chance to travel one day, but until then, I have things I want to do. All right, so let me see where we're going to drop this in. This screen's going to go all the way a little higher up. This is much bigger than the 92-inch. We're going to have to bring this up. Good thing it's lighter than the 92. 92 is really freaking heavy. I know, I got to fight the crap out of this thing. I really do. Able to land that with no problem. That should fit because this screen's taller than the other one, so it's going to come down a little bit more. That's why I gotta make sure it's up there. We're going to do the paint on. So these formulas are mixed a little different And they're designed so basically we can put white levels and contrast levels on the technology. So they have to be mixed a little different than the other ones. So as you can see, there's a huge difference between when we did the demonstration on the Novas. We played back and we put white materials against it. It does pick up a white level, but not as high as a Phoenix. Phoenix picks up a pretty high white level. And think about doing this probably after I got my shots. I'm like, nope, I don't even know how many days I'm going to be messed up or whatever I'm going to be going through. I don't know. So I just want to make sure we get this done, get this out of the way. At least we got the screen already painted up. And then whatever time it takes me to come out of this, which God, I hope I come out of this very, really quickly, we can start beginning tests as we did with the black Phoenix. Like I said, we have no interest in testing on the other fellow's product. Like I said, I moved on, I'm done, I got things to do. We got too much to do. So we don't got time for that nonsense. We're going for certified screens only, and that's all I want. I want the big boy screens, and that's all I'm going for. I got a couple more screens we got to order today. See if I can get them over here for some more demonstrations so we can start those tests. And I got a lineup of projectors sitting on the table to get ready for that. So we're going to upgrade all our 17s to 19s, and they'll be transferred over to the Phoenix technology we'll be using with that. And then with the other company, we will be doing physical screens, wallpaper screens only. Wallpaper screens will be ranging from 100-inch, biggest screen will be 180-inch, and we'll also have them in 235.1. We also have a special screen, which I can't explain too much about that. Some of the wallpaper screens have very interesting designs to them. There will be a gamer wallpaper screen too that will have speakers and LED lights included, which means you can go into the kiosk when you, or I'm saying that correctly, or the computer or whatever, and you can pick out what colors you want, what kind of speakers you want, stuff like that. That's the stuff I want to do. Customization with how you want to build and design your screen, but also too on the being able to code it with this technology. You know, that's what I want. And I told you there's an invisible version of the technology we're working on, but we're going to change it to something else instead. Because I would like to have some of these wallpaper screens transparent. All right. Like I said, a lot on the plate right now. A lot on the plate and a lot of things we got to do. Cleaning down my roller right now, getting it dry. I just wash my rollers out. I use the same roller over and over again. And just wash it out, that's all. Now yeah, excuse my area, like I said. My ideas and things that come to my head, and whether some people want to believe it or not, I'm a firm believer of God, and a lot of my ideas and thoughts and stuff come right to my head, usually in my sleep or watching a little TV, or mostly sometimes I'm just sitting there watching fish on my screen. So I'm blessed to be able to have these amazing ideas that God bless us to have. So like I said, you're going to see me turn the camera. My area is a little messy over there right now, but that's where I was at when all this information just flooded through my head and how I have to do things now. So that's why I said sometimes you got to be careful about saying how you're going to do this and do that, because you never know what God's going to plan for you. And I didn't see this one coming, so this is going to be interesting. I think we're going to revamp the website too on top of that. It's going to still have the same thing. We're going to change a few things on it. All right, let me throw a pair of socks on. I know you don't see me walking around barefooted. Hopefully. You know how hard that's going to be for me? And hopefully the vaccine shot doesn't make me doesn't take me under, because man, my brain's gonna be racing at 100 miles an hour. I'm not gonna be able to get up and do what I want to do, because the minute I put a screen down and we start painting them, you know what I want to do? I'm gonna start throwing tests against it left and right to see how exactly how this thing's gonna take some punishment. And I'm gonna be sitting there looking at the screen like, just want to get out of here and get this done. Because I'm really excited about this. I'm really excited about this new technology we're working on. Really excited about it. Where's all this stuff? I can't find none of my stuff. It's like another person living here with me. That's why I bury my stuff like socks and stuff like that. Don't know where to put the socks. Okay. I don't want to paint on my kicks. Why? So that's how realistic my videos are. I gotta go find my socks. So I don't even know where I put them at. When I got up and I took them off. Where I put them at. Alright, so new one for me. Let me go upstairs and find me a pair. I don't even know where I put them at. So I pretty much have the design for an upgraded version of the gamer paint. I got right, the information is being fed in my head right now. I got, man, there's so much stuff going on in there right now, and I got design for the gamer. We already have upgraded for version black and gunmetal. That's the only three I want. That's it. I just want a darker gray. We got a black. And we need a gamer. That's all we need. Because I don't want to overflood the site with a lot of craziness like the last time. We just had too much stuff on the site. I'm just going to break down the descriptions to make them a little bit more clear, what it's designed for, what it's used for. Everything has to be re-ramped. Everything. Just things have to be a little different. That's all. Now, we got to dry this. We got to paint and dry this on camera. People sit there and say that, you change that. No, you have to change. If I didn't change, I still would be making great technology. I still would be making some of the old stuff I made 8 years ago. If I didn't basically feel the need that you constantly have to change, you always have to upgrade always have to keep designing. I mean, good gracious, how many freaking Apple phones do they make? It's a lot of them. But you know, I can understand where that guy's mind was coming from. I always want to do something, change something, do something different. Let's get ourselves some power. I'm going to need that. So we're going to get surgers. Surgers, actually, I didn't plan for this. This is what it is. I didn't plan for any of this. Surgers. Where in the world did I put surgers at the house? Here we go. Here. See, I don't plan for any stuff. Stuff in my head at the last minute. Wow, so many wires of everything. Okay, that's the fire stick. You know that's the door. Power door. So here, there, there. Now, before we launch these, I'm going to have some videos of people testing out the product before we launch it. So I have about 3 people right now that will be getting their sample kits. They will be, or beta kits, whatever you want to call them. They will be testing them out, and you'll be seeing the YouTube videos, what they like about it. That's going to be nice to do. I think that's what we used to do. Under Digital Orchestra Screen Paint, we had a ton of beta testers. We had like 10, 12 beta testers that were testing out our products. That's why if you go back and look at my company, Digital Orchestra Screen Paint, you will see tests on the beta testers. We're going to start doing that more often. Then, me getting my shots and all, hopefully, I got a few customers around here that want me to come in and do paint and screen installments. So I'll be doing a few of those too also. So you'll get a chance to see those too. All right, let me see. We just got to paint the screen now. We got everything set up. Got the projector. We got the fan ready. Screws are on the virtual wall. All we got to do now is just drop the giant screen. Oh yeah, I got to pad the back of the bar. Don't want a bar end print on that screen. So let me see. We need here. That would be here. We just drive the screen. What else? And I got to over. Here's the whatchamacallit. This the rest of this for here. We don't have that. Why is that missing? Oh, there's a rag right there. Okay, there's a rag. That's good. Where's the other piece to this? Got to be downstairs in the shop. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to come in, we're going to pat our bar. If I can get the stuff that's not tangled around my stand for some reason. There we go, that's better. So we're going to pad the bar in the back of the screen. Now, the reason why I suggest, mind you, this is a fixed frame screen. These are test screens. They're designed for us to splatter paint all over the border. If you don't want paint all over the border, all you have to do is just go in and just basically tape up the border, which I've done a few demonstrations on tape up your border. But for right now, if you have a bar in the back of your screen, I would advise you not to move the bar because you're a pain in the neck to get back in. So what you want to do is take yourself a nice rag or a scarf. I have a scarf, fold it over in the middle like so, and just pad your bar. That's all you want to do. Okay, let me see. Don't get jammed up underneath here now. I need you. It's way lighter than the other screen. And the leaks are a little bit more, but for the fact that I don't have to sit there and lug this giant screen up the stairs from time to time, yeah, I'll take the Elite screen any day. Because man, this thing has no weight. The other one I got to pull on it. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to pad the back of the bar. Your screen does have a bar in the back of it. You want to make sure you pad it, because if you don't, what's going to happen is when you press down your roller, you're going to get a bar imprint on the back of your screen, and that's going to look real ugly. You don't want that. All right, so I'm just going to pad my bar real quick. I'm going to tear underneath of it. That's it. Like I said, best for me, that works for me, is a scarf. The winter scarf works perfect to do that. Don't worry if it's sticking out, like leaving a little hilly out on the other side. I got a little hill sticking out. That's not going to be a problem. It's going to basically go back to its original form. As you can see, the other screens I have around here that I've done that way, done the same thing. All right, put this out. Get enough room. It's going to be a fast paint job, because so they don't take long. All right. So as you can see, you got that little hill in the front right there. That's going to smooth right on out. Anyway, let's get this done. Finish. It's right here. I'm going to turn my air conditioner off because I don't need it on right now. Right now it's nighttime. I don't know why I run it 24/7, but I can run that in my air machine. All right, let me get this thing to turn. Come on, man, turn with me. Turn right there with me. Here we go. I forgot what screen this was we had on here. I put so many applications on this test surface, it's not even funny. I don't know how many we got on here. Could have a good 10, maybe 20, 30. I'm at 30 on here already. All right, I need something here. A little weight. Let me get my battery pack over here. Here we go, lock this in better. There we go. All right, now for those that are asking you, 9-inch net roller every single time. 9-inch net roller, that's all you use. No foam, none of that. 9-inch net roller, and you're done. That's it. All right, I'm going to grab the formula. What is that under my... This stuff goes on, the way it's designed, it goes on smooth, nice and smooth. The corners. What is that right there in the corner that's puffing up like that? Under my screen. Is there something under my screen? What is that? There's nothing, okay? What is that under my screen? I might put too much paint down. I'll do this every time. Every time I paint a screen, I like to put the paint down. Oh, we're good, we're good, we're good. I can feel it out. That's how much we have. What are you bouncing around on my screen? You're not supposed to be there. All right, get over here. Now, when I'm usually doing my sides, I'm taking my roller and I'm tilting it like this. That allows me to be able to get those particular areas. Turn everything on screen a little better. We're done. We're back and forth. I think I put a little too much. We didn't need that much. This stuff has a really good sprint distance. So instead of 100 inch, I'm going to put down 126, 127, because that's the size you're going to be to get out of it, because it doesn't take much. I still have more in my container over there for another smaller test screen. That coverage went on real good. It didn't take much. I put a little too much on it. I didn't need that much paint to do it. We didn't need that much to do it. Go again to get the excess paint off real quick. Really didn't need that much. All right, we're done there. Man, it's gonna be quite a bummer, man. I got a chance to paint this. I'm not gonna get a chance to test it. Hopefully, I get a chance to test it. The Black Novas, not Black Novas, if the Black Phoenix put up a white level that high on that surface being black, that thing's gonna be a freaking cakewalk. So basically for that one, we're gonna have to test our contrast levels because white levels are gonna be extremely too well at the screen. Let me move this over here because I gotta swing the screen around. It's one of the mistakes I made in the last video. Couldn't get that thing around properly. Yeah, this is way lighter than a freaking 92 inch, man. 92 inch is freaking heavy. It's really heavy screen. Oopsie. I think I'm break it. I'll take this one. Okay, let's see where you're at. It's one, it's two. There we go. This is right here on the screen. Hey, what do you do? It's a mess on the screen. So I was painting. Here. Sure I got that spot where I take my hand at. I had to remove that. And that's actually darker than the gunmetal. Now the imprints we have here and here, I don't know what that was. Probably downstairs where I had the screen stored at, but that's not going to affect the screen at all. And that's actually darker than the gunmetal. A lot darker than the gunmetal, but it's actually a darker gray than gunmetal. All right, so let's get our fan on so we can display the new screen. Get that ready and ready to go. Put my stuff up behind me while I'm getting that to dry. I know. I just took fine print, so I'm doing that really, really gently on that spot right there, so I don't hit it. So, gamer print will be designed tomorrow. It's already in my head already how to make it. That fast, that quick. I already got the ingredients on how to design it. That fast. It's in there. So we only got 3 that popped in. We got this one right here. I got the instructions that these are going to be the upgrades. I already have the formula already in my head for the. I told you there's a signature 21. We have a signature 21 test formula. That's what we're using for. And you won't be able to see that for a while. That's going to be for the wallpaper screens. All that's already there. Remote controls, let me see. Smart, somebody have to put the remote controls back in the room or I don't know how, to tell you the truth, because, you know, we developed the gunmetal, we developed the Nova. Gunmetals were developed because they produce higher white levels than black Novas. But with a Black Phoenix, the Black Phoenix white levels are insane. So, you know, I don't know how we're going to market this because, you know, we got one screen that pulls up high white levels, which we're going to do a side-by-side of the Phoenix next to the dark Slate Phoenix to show you the difference between their white levels and contrast levels and so forth. We have to do all that. But I guess we just market it because some people don't want a black screen, and so why they want a gray screen, so I guess we do it that way. But that Black Phoenix white levels is actually amazing. So, you know, only reason why the gunmetal was developed because, you know, give people a choice that they want to go in and they want a screen that produces higher white levels than the Nova. But this is going to be interesting. All right, so let me get my screen in here. Adjust a little better. I'm looking at my remote control because, like I said, I got to get used to this thing. I'm still not used to the remote control. Now, we're all the way over. Yeah, it triggers off my lights like crazy. This one does, it triggers off my lights. I'm going to have to move over a little bit for as far as we can go with my lens shift. I tell you, that's when I said that I got other things to do, man. God will sit there and tell you, like, look, man, you got things you got to do. You don't have time for this. I got something for you. And I knew something was coming. Okay, let me get my camera tilted a little better. All right, let's get something on the screen so I can see my adjustments a little better here. Right now, it's kind of hard to see my adjustments. The screen is changing on me constantly all the time. So let's go into YouTube so at least I can square this up a bit. I just need a blue screen so I can get my adjustments right. Blue screen. Like, really? Did I actually get what I wanted, or I just didn't get what I wanted? Blue screen. Thank you. I need to get that adjustment in there. I know people are looking at like, oh, that screen's got to be hot spotting. No, it's not hot spotting. Paint's wet. That's what it's doing. Once it dries, all that will disappear. First time I did a demonstration, I showed the blue part of the screen was wet. They were like, screen's hot spot. It's wet. Now, if it does that after it's, if it does that, continues to do that, when the screen's dry, then it's hot spotting. All right, let me see what we need to do here. Like I said, I got to look through this maze of buttons on here to try to figure out which one we need to hit on here to get this thing sized in just right. All right, this is the lens shift. Yeah, it's going to trigger my lights off. It always triggers my lights off. So we've got to go this way a little bit, and then we got to go up a little bit. why I never use the remote controls in the gamer's room, because that thing would activate the lights, and God, it was a nightmare to get around. Let me see. Now we got to expand. Need to expand. Nope, we did not. Expanding, wrong button. All right, a little too much, but let's see. We'll bring it in a little bit. A little bit over. Come on. And now let's get it to go down lens shift again. Bring it down a little bit more. Come on, get in there. There we go. Beautiful thing about lens shift, I'm telling you. Lens shift, all lens. Once you get lens shift on your projector, literally, you cannot go back to using regular projectors. This is a pain in the neck. Which makes it so much easier to just put them in lens shift. But, you know, they want to charge you for every little thing, including that. Wait. We're just a little bit over. How much? Am I over on my screen all the way over? Now I'm missing a little bit of my screen. Got to expand a little bit more. We're missing a little bit there. Let me go over into. Oh, we got the keystone here too. Good. Let me adjust my keystone while I'm at it. See that right there? I told you this thing got some crazy options too. It's got crazy. Look at this. It's got. This the keystone on here is insane. Yeah, I don't want to mess with that right now because I have no idea what I'm doing in that category right there. What the freak was all that about? Okay. I should have put it just auto keystone. Would have been much easier. All right, let me see. Bring it over a little bit. Just a little bit. And then we need to expand just a little bit more. And zoom a little bit. There we go. That's better. That's much better. All right. Now let's come over here and go back into the menu. And we should have the whole full thing fitted out. There we go. It's all about having keystone. And automatic. Lens shift. Lens shift. Lens shift is, they should make all projectors with lens shift. All of them. Trust me, life would be so much easier with them. Because you don't have to worry about where you have to mount them or where you got to put them. Just stick them someplace and just shift it in place and you're done. That's it. All right, let's see. We need to search. Can we get something on here, please? Search. I don't want to do any, when I'm drawing my screen, I don't like to see any commercials. So I put it on key cut and just let that run through as I'm watching it dry. Right now we got a wet spot over in there in that corner. So while that's drying, let me go clean my mess up behind me. Turned out the lights and next one to everything. Crazy. Basically, here's what we're going to do. To keep people from doing the falsified fake demonstrations, we're going to have beta testers. Beta testers are going to be doing all the tests that we need them to do. Same things we do over here. They're going to be doing them back to back with us. We also... Oh yeah, we just had the beta testers. Yeah, we're just going to the beta testers. Sorry about that. Brings went off another direction. But yeah, we're going to have beta testers do tests on everything. And on top of that, with the tests we've seen, you know what I mean, already from the door, from our point of view, yeah. The screens also too have an interesting color code embedded into them, which means they don't look the same as if you tried to mix a product. You're gonna have a hard time doing it. I can't wait for somebody, I really seriously can't wait for somebody to try to mimic a Black Phoenix. I'm really waiting for that, because that screen has a very interesting design to it. And you will notice, if I take black paint and I pour it on that screen, you'll see the difference. Yeah, we're gonna get our beta. We already got a few beta testers. So please do not email me about being a beta tester. We already have them selected out, and beta testers involve contracts, beta tester contracts. You know that there's penalties behind it. They know there's penalties behind it, but we already have our beta testers picked out. These are long-time customers that have been with me for a very long time. They will be getting the products for free. So as long as they have that contract, anything we design or test, they get it for free automatically from the door because they have to test it out. We don't need any more beta testers. We're good. All right. And we're still wet. Screen's so soaking wet. That's what I said in the comment when doing the screen. I said I put too much paint down. It really didn't take that much to paint that screen. It was that easy. You saw it paint the screen anyway. Very easy. So that new formula we dropped in there makes it so much easier to paint the screen. You get so much more out of it, which is good. So we can now change the screen size instead of saying, oh, up to 120 inch. We can probably put up to 135, which I'm going to test. I'm going to see if I can actually knock out a 135 inch screen with 1 quart. So we'll test that one out. As a matter of fact, my oh, we got to change over the Black Novas. They're being changed. Everything's being changed over again. That means I literally have to go through the house and change out all my screens. So we'll start off with, well, wait, we're rebuilding the screen out on the deck. So that's going to be torn out. And we're going to put a new screen up there. So we're just going to recoat that screen. But I still need that one right there to do the test on. So we'll keep that screen as a backup screen. Stick that in the backyard. Because it's not going anywhere. It's a weatherproof screen. I weatherproofed it. And we'll use that for tests. I'm going to do 1 quart of paint on that. We'll do that tomorrow. We'll just paint the entire screen. Bring it in here. Lay it down on the floor. Well, all right, see, I'm getting ahead of myself. It depends on what goes on with the vaccine, okay? So if the vaccine goes well and I'm great and I'm to jump around and have fun, we'll paint the screen. If I'm jacked up for a couple of days, then I'm jacked up for a couple of days, okay? So it depends. That's why I'm trying to get this done now because I get my shots today. So we got to take that screen, bring it in here, lay it down, see if we can do it with 1 quart. Right, we can get the screen with 1 quart, then we can change the screen sizes from 100 inch to 135. And at least we have proof, because you all will watch me paint the screen, that we got 135 out of it. So that's what we'll do. Because it had very good coverage. Man, the coverage was really good. Let me see where my fan's at. Dry on this side, are still wet in here. Next time I know, when I paint it, I use less paint next time, because that was a little too much. It's not going to affect the screen or anything, it was just too much. This side is already dried already. This part right here is still wet right there. Alright, let's get some, oh, we're just going to run this through. Let it run through while it's drying, and I get my area cleaned up. And I got to get ready to be up. Already up. Whoa, okay, where are you going? Get here. 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 Go where you want to go. Okay. Yeah, I can tell this side's already dry. still wet right here. That side's already crazy white levels. I can tell already white levels on here are going to be insane. But we need contrast. It's a great. It should pick up contrast with no problem. We still have to do the side by side. So now we got two big screens here. We're going to take the Phoenix, put it right next to we'll call it the Slate Phoenix for right now, because I'm not going to say the whole name. We have the Slate Phoenix, and we're going to put that next to the and we lost the words, Black Phoenix. Put them side by side so that way we can get an idea. And then probably a day from now, or hopefully 2 days from now, maybe less than 2 days from now, we'll start working on the advanced gamer paint. And then bit by bit, Novas will get off the screen, and these will be the new technology. See, we're dry here, and we're drying in there. So I have a little wetness up in here. Two announcements really quick. We're going to do something a little like we did before. We are going to add in a free blackout cloth with the new Phoenix 19s, and we're now going to make it available overseas. So, like I said, things got a little expensive for us, but like I said, we're working out a few things with United States Postal Service. Basically, I can register my business and stuff like that. I'll get discounts and stuff like that, which will make it a lot easier for me to start shipping overseas again for free. So I have a few good friends that come to the door and they pick up my packages for me, and I got to talking with them, and they said that I can actually register my business basically to get perks and discounts and stuff like that, because I do ship out quite a lot of packages. So that helps a lot. So that means that it makes it easier for me to ship a package overseas, because like I said, it gets expensive. I can ship a package over to Japan. It can cost me $100 just to ship that package over there. And I would like to continue shipping overseas. So what we're going to do is we're going to add in a 10 by 12 blackout cloth surfaces with just all the kits. That's it. Because it's too much of a headache to just go by 5 by so and so and so. So we just make sure you just have enough screen. Get a 100-inch, got 10 by 12, you got enough screen. You're not going to need to paint a 10 by 12 at 100-inch, but at least you got enough material. Just in case if you mess up or you make a mistake or you cut it, you're good. You got plenty of room to play around. And we'll get one of the surfaces over here. We'll paint the surface. Show you how fast you can do. We'll build a screen, a smaller screen, a demo screen. We'll stake the material down to it. We'll paint it over. We'll do a demonstration and then show you how easy it is. We'll put that on the website because a lot of people have asked me different ways of building fixed frame screens. Always advise them, if you're going to be doing a fixed frame screen, you do not want to put brackets on the area that you're going to be watching, because when you stretch your material over, those bracket imprints are going to push through and you're going to have this annoying print on your corners of your screen. The best way to do it is put your brackets on the back side, put L brackets to reinforce the frame in the corners, and then what you want to do is you want to staple it in, and to make sure the staples are going to lay flat, take a piece of wood, lay it over top the staples, and gently hit it with a hammer to make sure they press it nice and tight, and that's going to eliminate to have the imprint on the other side. Keep it nice and smooth. There's a whole lot of tricks I can teach you on how to build screens. I can teach you how to build screens that actually collapse in the middle. I have blueprints for screens that you can actually fold back. I had a screen that can actually fold under my deck, and when we're ready to watch it, I can bring it down. There's all different kinds of tricks. How to make your own stands that fold in and fold out. There's all kind of cool stuff you can do. But with hinges, hinges coming fantastic, man. How to make levitating screens. Done that a couple. I've done a couple of those. The 120-inch levitating screen. So it's a little trick on how to get a screen to actually look like it's floating. It's not hard to do. And you have to get some really good gauge fishing cable, but you want it to be as clear as possible. So I'm going to make sure that this is wet and not rough. Yeah, we're still wet there. Let's get off of this demo. This is not a demo. Someone is working on their desk. Nice, neat deck, because my desk doesn't even look anywhere near that neat. Then again, I do find stuff better on my desk. It's junk anyway. So I'm going to be changing out the screen on this side. The 126 is going to be changed out to a black Phoenix. Oh man, I just painted 148. This is the downside. Excuse me. It's the downside of painting a lot of screens in your home. Like literally, I have to go through all my screens in my house. So we have 148-inch. These are all going to be paint on demonstrations, which I get to do live. We got 151-inch on the wall upstairs. That one's going to have to be painted. We have a motorized projection screen which has to be painted. We have 2 screens outside in the deck that have to be painted. These are acoustics. They're not going anywhere. I love my acoustic screens. And in the gamer room, I got a horizontal gunmetal in there. So that's going to have to be painted. So yeah, I got a lot of paint on demonstration. We probably try to get them all knocked out one day. We're just get 2 rollers and just knock them all out one day. Oh, and then I got to convert the 135-inch gamer screen into the new gamer screen. That's got to be converted next. Because I'm actually want to get a Optima gaming projector in there, ultra short throw projector in there. Because the big boys, I took that out because just having that projector over the top of your head, and every time I get up, boom, it's in the back of my head, it's reflecting off the screen, my shadow. Like, no, that's not going to work. It's gotta go. Let me see. I want to take my... Yeah, next time I know, use less paint because that screen cover's pretty good. Come on. I gotta hear somewhere. Gotta be here somewhere. Oh, can't find it. I want to smooth it out a little bit, but I gotta figure out exactly where I stuck my roller at. Dry a little faster, but oh, here it is. Is that it? Weird place to stick a roller at, Bird. Weird place to stick a roller. And I told you I put way too much paint on it. This is literally how much paint. I got saturated on my roller. Put way too much paint on it. Gotta be careful not to hit the bar in the middle of the screen because we don't want that imprint, so just want to go lightly on that. I shouldn't have too much of a problem due to the fact that I have so much paint on the screen, it's as stiff as a board. Make sure we smooth that out a bit. So I went a little heavy there. A little too heavy. Smooths out a little better. And see, if that product came up that dark, it'd be virtually impossible for me to paint that screen in, and that thing still maintain a white level. I have to smooth it out a little bit because, yeah, it was way too much paint. So that lets me know that I probably could do 135 with 1 quart. That would be nice because that would save my customers some money. I know some people are thinking like, you don't pad the bar. I did pad the bar, but literally my screen has so many layers of paint on it, it's a board. I mean, it's literally a board. But when you first get the screen, you stretch it out, it's going to have a little bit of give to it. You want to make sure you pad that surface. Customers, I think it's about 8 that have bought the 17s. Just to let you know, we do have a list for you. There's a list you guys are on. When this technology launches, you'll be getting a quart for free. We're still wet in here. We're just drying right up in there. We're still wet. I had to smooth that out some because sorry about that. I gotta stop walking away from camera like that. I had to smooth that out because the paint was way too heavy in that area. Because like I said, it doesn't require that much to paint the screen. It really doesn't. So I gotta test this out. I gotta do 1 quart on 135 and see how much we can stretch this and what we can get out of it. 1 coat and see what happens. fabric screen downstairs that I didn't get a chance to paint yet. So I can do a fabric screen paint on demonstration with a 150-inch screen. That'll work. Good thing I got a chance to disconnect my other projector. I got now the 800 by 600 projector to use at all times now, so that's good. So we can test on 800 by 600 res 720p. So we're only going to have three. We're going to have the black Phoenix, dark slate Phoenix, and then we're going to have a gamer paint. And there's only three we're going to have. We don't want to overcrowd the site. All the videos have to be removed off the site. New videos have to be put on. Good thing we did all the test demonstrations for the black Phoenix. All those test demonstrations will be displayed on the site. test screen we're going to use it for the gamer paint will be the 135 upstairs. And we're still, it's a big screen. It's got a little wetness right up in there. It's a big screen. I got to tip my projector up, which one come up a little bit, a fan, like that. So when I finally get back, see how things go. We're going to do a distance test, low lumen test, ultra short throw test, actually 2 of them. Sony and the NEC. Same test we ran through the Black Phoenix. This screen's going to go through the exact same testing. Then we'll get them finalized, get them outside. Still got a line in there. Anytime you see any dark marks, there's a wet areas on the screen. I'm gonna get the fan out for a while to dry this baby. Yeah, the next time, go less paint as possible when I start off. I definitely know I can do a 35 with 1 quart. I know it, because I can tell exactly. Too much paint, way too much. That's good. The coverage is good. It's also going to be used with a paint sprayer too. I have a paint sprayer downstairs, a Wagner 250. So we'll be doing some spray on demonstrations too. As a matter of fact, we're going to spray one side of the screen and we're going to roll the other. Because I got so many people asking me that question about, is there a difference? So we'll spray one side. You see how dark Slate is? Try 800 by 600. My projector I'm using right now is a 1920 by 1200 at 5,000 lumens. We're going down to 600 by 800 720p SVGA. That's a massive drop from the projector we're using right now. I like to do these massive drops to see exactly if I drop the projector down, are we going to lose any quality in our picture? Turning off. Chrissy? Ryan. Yeah, power. Oh, where's the That's one thing about banging. They do take some time to power down. All right, swapped out. Look how small that projector is compared to that monster over there. This is 600 by 800 720p SVGA. So we went from 720p to 1080p. I like to do swap outs because I don't like to do it. If I'm going to do a demonstration, I don't like to stick with the same projector. I like to swap them out so my customers can see the difference, that you don't have to have a 1080p if you don't want to use one. You can use a 720p, and it doesn't have to be 1920 by 1200. All right. Back a little bit. This is on the back. I had to push that back to the next room. So now we're at a farther distance. Less lumens, farther distance, and it's 600 by 800 res. This is going to be fun. This is why I like to do projector swap outs. Can we go back a little farther? I think we maybe get. Let me see if I can bring this up a little bit more. If we can't fit that area in there, then we're going to have to go back a little bit more. Yep. Just a little bit more. This is where the comes in handy of having whatchamacallit, pixel shifting. Not pixel, sorry about that. Having blah, my goodness, lots of words. Early in the morning, people. I have no Lucky Charms and I have no coffee. I don't drink coffee anyway, so But yeah, I hadn't had breakfast yet, so brain's not working too well right now. I'm just um, lens shift. There we go. Yeah, moving on. We got better things to do, my friend. Better things to do.
Dear CEO,
So that's the beautiful thing about being able to upgrade your technology anytime you want. I can go in and I can obsolete my entire product line and have my Lord bring me a whole new product line, completely different from the other one. We have the ability to upgrade. That's very important in business. You have to be able to change out. Can you imagine if the gaming systems we had today didn't have the ability to be able to change out Revolve? We all be sitting back with Atari 2600s on a 4K TV. Imagine that freaking nightmare. So you have to be able to change out. You have to be able to evolve. You have to be able to upgrade. And with these companies, you think they're satisfied with what they have? They're constantly working on something new. So why sit there and let them have all the fun? We should be working on contrast levels because this screen is going to pull a crazy white level. Because it's actually like it's not as dark as the Black Phoenix. So the white levels are going to be higher. So let's go over here. Now, then we're going to get a few people asking us, are we going to have a light gray? No, never. We already explained what we showed with the Black Phoenix does to light gray screens. There's just no point. There's really no point at all. All right, I gotta do that game too. Panasonic 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Okay. Starfill screensaver.
Sorry, what device?
It's not a device. You know what it is. Let's see what's blocking it. As a matter of fact, we'll do that one. Let's do this one first.
Sorry, what device?
Didn't ask you about that, Kent. Oh my goodness. Well, never mind. Our screen is still soaking wet. Man, I put way too much
I'm
paint.
sorry, I couldn't understand that.
Really? Already? It's early in the morning for this craziness. Technology is just nuts. That's a $3,000 Darkster 9. In case you want to know, that's an elite screen. Told you, we're not bothering with them. We're ignoring them. We'll let the other, what I hired and paid for, we'll let that take care of it. But right now, we got to concentrate. We got business to do. So we're doing certifieds only. That's all we're interested in. So already from the door, we got a $3,000 Darkster 9. Because I can't do the screen on a standalone. It's pointless. If I'm doing contrast demonstrations, and this is a dark slate screen, then we have to do it against another screen to see exactly how the reaction is going to be on the contrast levels. If I do it on a standalone, it doesn't really prove anything. It has to go against something to show its worth. That's why I had to go back and get the sample sheet. See where we land at with the screen. All right, that's good. That's too easy. Let's try something else. What if we just mimic the elite screen? This is why we have all these sample sheets. This is what they're for. To test, to see exactly where our screens stand at. You know, you guys sat back and watched me do, oh, still wet. You guys sat back and watched me do so many test demonstrations on a Black Inferno. Are you surprised that I'm going to come out here and run the same exact test on this technology? This has to be done. You don't skip these tests. They have to be done. You have to see where your technology is going to lag. How is it going to be able to, you know, because I said I got customers that can spend this kind of money. They can spend 20 grand for a projection screen with no problem. But if I can show them, hey, look, this is their demonstration against the screen, because they're going to ask me, well, you know, hey, look, I can just go out and buy the screen right now. Yes, you show me something different. How does this stand up towards to the screen? And I have to be to display that. These are very important. You have to do these tests. And that's why, like I said, you watch my demonstrations, you'll notice that no one's doing tests like us. Now, unlike when I just did all those tests I just did under that screen, guess what? We got to do the same thing again on this one. And we got to do the same thing again on the gamer paint. Same test got to be run. That's very important. I think you would want a product that works. You know, that's what you want, you know? I need
looking for some samples here, and I can't find one. I got a category better stuff. There's so much of stuff in here. Yeah, where's another one at? Oh, here it is.
I was looking for, I was like, where was this sample sheet? I know we got it in there. Let me find it. Here we go. And you gotta do your test. You know, anybody wants to get into this field and you wanna, you know, say yes to what they're, you wanna get in this field and you wanna put yourself on the map, you know what I mean? You gotta do the test. You got to. Because I'm gonna tell you something right now. If you haven't been to a test facility, I have been to test facilities before, they're gonna test your stuff out. Literally. And if your stuff ain't good, you're going back home. You're not getting a contract, you're not getting anything. Whoa, that's a big spot. That's a large spider. I'm good. Hey, gotta test your stuff out. Let me see. Remote control. I know, one fell off. Just grab my remote control the next one. We got a bad habit of sending myself around. Which one fell off? Has to be the cinema gray. No, that's the door. So, people ask me, well, how do you know how many quarts it takes to paint a screen? Because I had to sit there and I had to buy multiple screens, anything from 100 inch to 120 inch to 150 inch, and I had to paint the screen in quart by quart. That's how I know. I know how many quarts it takes to paint my ceiling. Because you got to do it quart by quart. That's how you know. So here we are. We got a Dark Star 9, $3,000. I'm going to butcher the name, Parallax at $5,000. And we got a Gray Cinema 5D. This product was designed today. About an hour ago from the day. About an hour ago it was designed. It's already from the door. It's already noted. It's got a record of going against 3 certified screens of an hour of being designed today. And the projector is being used, 600 by 800 720p SVGA, $150 projector. Back it up so you can show the environment. You can see that we always use fully lit environments in our demonstration. The distance and where the projector is sitting. So when I have a customer that comes in, I can afford 20 grand for a projection screen, I can go, hey, look. Another demonstration for the archives. I gotta measure my projector. I'm curious how far that thing is back, because I had to pull that thing back a good distance. So let me go grab me a measuring tape. You want to know how far my projector is sitting back? 15 feet. We're 15 feet from the screen. I want to put that on note so we got all this on record because all these demonstrations are going on the website. So these are just right now. This is not even a test. It's just firing up the painting the screen on to see exactly, which I know now that basically goes on really smooth. On top of that, one coat application. And the coverage is extremely good because I literally had to come in and I had to do the screen over and over again to smooth it out because literally that little bit of paint I went on was too much. Okay. Back here at 15 feet away from the screen. in a fully lit environment. So I can automatically tell from the door, from that right there, we are going to be able to go through every last test demonstration without a problem. This is going to be a cakewalk. Let's test some solids. Blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Told you. You can see it's better color. That automatically let me know automatically from the door what's going to happen. It's going to blow through every single test with no problem. So once I come, hopefully everything's good, because when I come, if I'm good when I come back, we're doing 11 screen certified right from the door. 11 screen certified and 2 screens, because I only have 2 screens that are actually certified for ultra short throw. We're going to knock out, if I'm good, we're going to knock out both the ultra short throw demonstrations, and we're going to knock out the 11 screen certified using this projector, 600 by 800 res. That's all we're going to need. We don't need anything bigger than that. So we're good to go. We knock those out, get those out of the way, and then after that we can move on to distance throw at over 21 feet, low lumen test at 14 feet, and we got to do 14 feet with test certified screens. Let's see. Slow color screen changing.
Getting that from YouTube.
Welcome to the live
Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Pretty much more like that one. Yep, that's it. That's all I need to see. And I guarantee if we pull up a white screen, I guarantee the white levels are way too high. Guarantee you. Told you. The white levels are too high. Way, way, way too high. That's why they're not going to pick up the color. Slow changing screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Did we get mine or did we get the other one? Have that one. That's what I wanted. Yep, that's it. I think I'm gonna knock out all the tests. I'm gonna get most of them. We'll get most of them. I want to try to get it while the screen's at 1%. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh, she listened that time. There you go. So the screen is pulling a contrast level better than that. These are the darkest gunmetal screens I have. Well, actually, the Cinema Grade 5D is not gunmetal, but the Parallax and the Darkstar 9 are the darkest gunmetal screens I have. LG, Betafish.
Getting that from YouTube.
My projector behind me has a 22,000 to 1 contrast, so these screens are not even picking it up. 3 certifieds are not picking it up. They're not going to pick up red. I can call it before it comes up. Sony contrast demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
I told you, anytime you display a contrast level, you have to be a distance from the screen. Mind you, this is a product that was just developed today. We're doing contrast demonstrations right now. You have to be at a distance from the screen. My projector sits back at 15 feet from the screen. We are sitting back. We have to sit back with the projector standing right here. The screen has to be tested against certified screens to show which one's going to pull up the heavier contrast level. You have to have plenty of room in the environment because the customer needs to see where the contrast level balance is going to drop. It's going to be higher, it's going to be lower. They have to see that. And if an individual is sitting too close to the screen, you can't make that judgment. Yeah, that fell off. But you can't make that judgment. That's why you have to do these contrast demonstrations at a distance. You have to be able to see. No one's going to be sitting that close to the screen. That's virtually impossible. So even if you're sitting under your projector, which with the projector we're sitting at 15 feet, you still should be able to see the contrast level. If you're sitting here, so your projector's mounted to a ceiling, you still have to see the contrast level. If you're sitting here, you still have to be able to see the difference in the contrast level. But if the camera is sitting right up on top of the screen, kissing the screen, how are you going to be able to see the balance and how the light in the environment is affecting the contrast level? Can't pick that up. That's why after that, I was like, you know what? I'm not affiliating myself, associating myself with somebody who does a test like that. That's cheating on so many levels. It's not even funny. That's disturbing. I'm sorry. Someone who's been in this business for a while, that's really, really, really disturbing. You're supposed to be at a distance on that. It's like going into a screen innovation booth and they got the seat sitting right up on top of the screen. You're like, what the freak? Like, why am I so close to the screen? I can't really get an idea or a good picture of it. I gotta sit back. I gotta stand back and look at it. And that's why anytime we do contrast demonstrations, when they're first tested out, they have to be tested against other certified. They're going to pull up a better contrast level and stuff like that. Now, with this being a dark slate screen, is it going to pick up the same as a black screen? No. Black screens are the only ones that can pick up contrast levels that dark because they're black. This is how you're supposed to do your test. I just can't. I'm just ignoring that individual altogether. It's like having that one friend that makes the whole group look bad. No, I'm done. After that, no. You don't do stuff like that. That's really, really bad. Let me go on to 4K fireworks.
Getting that from YouTube.
My screen's getting there. I usually do contrast demonstrations. I prefer to do them on long throw. You know why? Because with ultra short throw, when you do that demonstration, your throw distance is dramatically cut because your projector literally is sitting right up on top of the screen. When you do a throw distance on a long throw, it's got to travel. So your lumen count is constantly dropping depending on how far the projector back, depending on how much light you have in the environment, it's dropping. That's why I like to do those demonstrations with a star field outside on 1,000 lumens, because out there, 1,000 lumens outside, Yeah, that's going to be eaten away in no time at all before it makes it to the screen. And that screen still got to pull up that Starfield demonstration and pull it at 190 viewing angle. So I like the long throw demonstrations where we're doing contrast because I know that the projector, the screen's going to have to work harder. Let me see. Let's go over real quick. Yeah, I got to get ready. Let me see if we got another one we can do real quick. I'm just thinking of a few things we need to do. We did Starfield. Let me do Starfield again. I think I didn't do Starfield. I did it with the distance or anything. I think we did do that with distance. Let's go over into KeyCut has a really good contrast demonstration in there. And let's grab that one while we're in there. Grab that one. There we go. Yeah, we know it's coming. I gotta get some more sticky tape. That's what I do. Buy some more sticky tape. I don't want to put it in too tight. Let's go back a bit on that because we missed some of that when the projector was. Yeah, my day, people, my day. Well, that's what I say. Get some more tape, but I'm just about done. I'm almost done. I just don't want to. It's sticky. Like, what the freak? Why are you coming off? Get in there. It's actually sticky. I think because the screen's still saturated, and that's what it is. Oh, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that one right there. Well, let's do this one too, also. So this is how you're supposed to see your contrast levels. And this is how it's supposed to be displayed. Everything's supposed to be done in a fully lit environment. No one should ever be sitting that close to a screen, not ever. Let me know if you ever watched any of the big companies do that. Just literally when they're showing off something, they're right up on top. They never do that. They do it from a distance. I think the farthest they'll be from on a screen sometimes, they'll be about right up to here sometimes on the screen. But they're never ever that close on top of the screen because there's no way in the world you can see. They want you to see the whole image of the screen. That's what they want you to see. So how they're going to show you the whole image of the screen from corner to corner if they're sitting right on top of it? And that's unexcusable right there. So we're just gonna leave that guy alone. Like I said, we got to handle it on the business term, handle it how it has to be handled, like I said, with the lawyers and all. But other than that, we're not associating with him at all, period, at all. I just, that was just, been in business for a long time. I've never seen that before in my life, never. But let's move on. Okay, so we already showed that off. Let's show some white levels on it because we did contrast demonstrations, so some white levels. Sun's coming up right now. I got to get this done, so I can at least get a chance to get a bit about out and about, with this stuff, because I want to be able to, do some installments for some of my friends around the neighborhood. Do some paint on installments. And you can see how bright the levels are because the screen is very dark. It's a dark slate screen. It's very dark. So I want you to see that it can pull its white levels and it can pull its contrast levels with no problem. And we're doing it with 3 certifieds right from the door. So we got a little bit of everything. We got the Grade Cinema 5. You've seen that screen. It's a mid-grade screen. It's not exactly dark, but it's a mid-grade screen. Pulls really nice white levels. And then we have the darker screens, which are the gunmetals, which is the daylight screens, and the Dark Star 9, which is actually darker than their screen. What pulls a better contrast in their screen? So 3 days from now, we begin to change. It's not going to take long to go through the test demonstrations at all. We literally did the Phoenix in 4 days, so it's not going to take long for us to go through everything. So I say 4 to 5 days, everything will be just about completed, and then we'll start removing things off the site and replacing them with the new technology. That just decided to go. Nope, I'm done. We'll do one more, and then after that, I gotta go. I'll have the short throat demonstration, like I said, next. We'll be doing the short throat demonstration. For those who want to see if it's ultra short throat compatible, I myself would like to, because I have ultra short throats throughout my house, so it has to work because I need to use this in my house. I'm painting over all my screens. Well, it's gonna be a busy day, man. It's gonna be a lot of. Hopefully, we can do. It's gonna be quite a bit of videos. I'm gonna spread that one out. Then we got to do the screens outside in the back. All right. Let's go over and do this right here. So we can show you the white levels on the technology. As a matter of fact, sorry about that. I made a mistake there. I got to go get me a white sample sheet because we have to do the white sample sheets on also too. So you have to see where the white levels laid on the white screen. On the dark screen, you know what I mean? I'm getting it. I'll be back. So let me get that too. All right, so my personal favorite for white screens, I like to use the Elite Screen Pro Acoustic. Has that whopping 0.9 gain. I like this screen so much. I would like, if they have any more with some whopping high gains on white screens, I want those too. So there's a great for doing test on. Hopefully we got a dry spot here. That would be nice. Let me see. Well, let's see, because the screen is saturated, a bit saturated. I did put way too much paint in. All right, maybe we can get right here. We can get right there. Are we good there? All right, we're good there, hopefully. All right. Now, keep in mind, never want to say in my demonstrations that our technology is going to compare equally to a white screen or a gray screen. Not going to happen, sorry. They are going to have a slight advantage over the screen. They're going to need to produce a bit of a higher white level, but like I said, nothing that's going to basically cause the screen to deteriorate, wash out, which we proved that on the Black Phoenix. All right, so here we are on the gray. Let's see. I want to go back to the beginning. And you can see how dark my screen is. I'm gonna try one more. I know. I gotta get ready, but I like this. Oh man, I hope the day goes smoothly. I really want to get back in here and finish this. Let's see. I want to go over to. Let me see. Here we go. This is what I wanted to check out. I really, really like this video. White levels are very intense down here. Very intense. I like that. Well, I'm on the bright side. At least I was up early in the morning. I got barely any sleep last night, so when I come home, I can just sleep most of the day, and then if I'm good when I get up, we'll start this again. That's gonna be driving me crazy. I'm like, I gotta see an ultra short though right now, really bad, because the majority of everything I run in my house are ultra short throws, and I really want to see what that looks like. But we can't do that right now. I gotta get ready. But we'll let this run. You guys can watch that while I get things set up and get ready for some things I have to do today. Shut down the lights. That's one more.
Bluetooth mode.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm not sure about that. There we go. I think once I get all my shots finalized, I'm going to do the paint on demonstration with Mr. Miguel. You never met Mr. Miguel. He's my godson. We're going to do a paint on demonstration. I'm going to paint a screen in together. And I'm going to have a few barbecues in my backyard. So I'm not going to invite over a lot of people, just a few. All right, these are people already been vaccinated. And because we got to do that, we got to do this safely. I'm not going to be having big parties and all this stuff like that. We got to do this safely. So, and then, you know, they can bring over a few of their friends and stuff, and we can get some reaction from the screen. I might have consent forms that they can sign if they don't mind being on YouTube, and they can get a chance to check out the screens in real time. You guys get a chance to see some of that, and you get to meet some of my interesting friends. I told you I'm not joking. I have 2 friends of mine that are bounty hunters. Yeah, interesting job. I ask them every day, like, so what did you do today? They're bounty hunters. But they're the coolest people on the face of the planet. Look down to earth. I was like, so you think you can find me? I'll pay you to find me. They're funny people. They're interesting people. But anyway, they're going to be there. We're going to, they want to check out some of the stuff. They want to put some screens in their backyards and stuff like that. So that'd be cool. All right, well, it looks good. I mean, we just ran it. These aren't actual tests. They're tests, but they're not the real serious tests. We're just running it through the grinder just to see what we can get out of it after designing it, after having it for less than a day. So as you can see, the white levels look fantastic on it. We got a white surface screen, Elite screen 0.9, and we got some other screens, certified screens, and we were able to produce color and good white levels and contrast levels. So it's going to be a good screen paint. So it's going to be fantastic. It's dark. I like that dark surface right there. All right, you can hear me. I think it's best that I went in tired because my anxieties were like boom through the roof. My anxieties right now are crazy. I mean, they were crazy. I think that's the reason why I couldn't sleep, you know. But now I'm so tired and so mellow and so relaxed, and this is all I'm thinking about right now. It's the screen right here. I doubt I'm going to go in and have any complications. I'm going to go in nice and relaxed, get the shot, come out. I'm good. Besides, I put my trust in God, so He's not going to let anything happen. I'm just a little freaked out because I take a lot of medications, and you know, but I'm pretty sure everybody. Our friend of mine, he has kidney dialysis done on his side. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, and he got it done. But everybody's a little nervous, you know what I mean? But, you know, I gotta get it done anyway. All right, people. Thank you all for your time. You have a wonderful day. Be safe out there, and hopefully today we can get the ultra short though, and the rest of the certifieds done today. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? We're gonna both done at the same time. Oh, you know what we're gonna do? Oh, we're gonna do something completely different. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get both screens outside, and we're gonna do both at the same time for the test. That's what we're gonna do. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? All right, gotta go. Be safe out there, and God bless.